Hello from wherever you're joining us. I am Wagaki Wisniewski from the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, and I warmly welcome you to the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival Award Ceremony. I am deeply honored to be your moderator today. This event is a celebration of the vision, creativity, and commitment of the public to the environment expressed through the lens of photography. This year's theme, Beautiful Wetlands, captured the imagination of tens of thousands of people and inspired many photography enthusiasts into action. At the outset, we thank all the photographers who are part of this journey. Your engagement is a message that you see the beauty of the wetlands in your part of the world and value it. Every record you shared is a witness for posterity that those wetlands actually existed, because we are losing them. Let me also take a moment to acknowledge everyone gathered here to witness, recognize, and applaud the most compelling visual storytellers among us. Your attendance reminds us that we are fighting on the same side to save our planet and the most beautiful universe of all. To start us off this afternoon, where I am this afternoon, I would like to invite Mr. George Cora, trustee of the Greenstorm Foundation, to deliver the welcome address. Mr. Cora, you have the floor.
Thank you, Wagaki. Hello, everyone. On behalf of the Greenstorm Foundation, a warm welcome to all of you joining this telecast. A special welcome to the many talented photographers who have sent in their beautiful and thought-provoking entries for this year's Greenstorm Foundation's Global Photography Award. We are indeed honored to have Dr. Musonda Mumba, Secretary General of the Convention on Wetlands, as our chief guest. Welcome, Dr. Mumba. We are also joined by the distinguished Dr. Murali Tumarukudi, Director of the G20 Global Land Initiative. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And we are delighted to welcome Mr. Charlie White, one of the most celebrated landscape photographers in the world. His work, known for its masterful use of light, color, and composition, continues to inspire photographers and environmentalists alike. He has also served as a member of our global jury. Welcome, Mr. White. I would also like to acknowledge the great work done by the team from Organic BPS, led by their managing director, Mr. Dilip Narayan, who's also the managing trustee of Greenstorm Foundation. The team from Organic BPS have pro bono provided all technical and administrative support required from start to finish to make this entire project happen. A very warm welcome to all concerned global citizens who understand the very important and urgent need to protect and restore Mother Nature. This really is the core purpose of the Greenstorm Foundation. Over the last 16 years, through the Annual Global Photography Awards and other projects, Greenstorm has used the power of photography and digital media to raise awareness and inspire action. From homes to classrooms, from boardrooms to seats of government, we have tried to be a spark that motivates positive steps towards nourishing and safeguarding Mother Nature. We are deeply grateful to the United Nations, especially the G20 Global Land Initiative of the UNCCD, for their continued support over the past 2 years. Your partnership affirms the importance of this work, and we look forward to continued collaboration. In this edition, nearly 12,000 photographers from 155 countries turn their lens towards one of the most vulnerable ecosystems. our wetlands. Their photographs capture not just the beauty, but also the fragility of these landscapes. We hope these images will move hearts and minds across the world to act urgently and enduringly for the good of our planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kora, for that warm welcome. This photography festival is more than a celebration of photography. It is a call to action to protect some of the world's most beautiful ecosystems. The Convention on Wetlands, which we commonly refer to as the Ramsar Convention, has a list of 2,543 wetlands around the world, which they call Ramsar sites. These sites are considered part of our collective wetland heritage, and they're protected. Among them are inland wetlands, marine and coastal wetlands, as well as human-made wetlands. Tonight, we are proud to present the 30 stunning wetland images that made it to the finals. These photographs display the genius imagination of an execution by those who captured them. We're ready to watch them. Amazing. Truly, truly stunning. And now it is my honor to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Musonda Mumba. Dr. Mumba is a Secretary General of the Convention on Wetlands. She's leading the global effort to halt the decline of these wetland ecosystems that cover only 6% of the Earth's surface, but support 40% of global biodiversity. Her leadership is especially significant today. The Global Wetland Outlook 2025, launched just last week, serves as a strategic wake-up call. It reminds us that without decisive investment and policy reform, we risk losing both nature and the resilience wetlands offer us in times of distress, actually. Dr. Mumba is a global advocate for action, and we are fortunate to have her voice with us tonight. She could not join us in person today because she and representatives of the 172 countries that are parties to the Convention on Wetlands are on their way to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe, where they will take stock of the health of our wetlands and agree on how to collectively keep those wetlands alive and producing. So she sent us a video message, a very short video message. Let us listen to Dr. Mumba.
Hello everyone. I am deeply honored to join you on this special occasion, the award ceremony of the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival. As Secretary General of the Convention on Wetlands, I am thrilled to stand with all the champions of nature and photography. I am especially honored to be recognizing the champions of wetlands who have dedicated time to show the beauty, life, and value of wetlands. At the outset, I wish to recognize the dedicated teams at Greenstorm and the UNCCD's G20 Global Land Initiative, as well as the judges and volunteers who made this festival possible. Congratulations for shining a light on our planet year after year and for choosing to focus on wetlands this year. Wetlands are truly the lifeblood of our planet. Quite often and unseen, they are life-supporting and lifelines. They filter our water, recharge aquifers, buffer communities against floods and storms, and lock away carbon deep in peatlands, mangroves, and marshes. These vibrant ecosystems are home to an extraordinary array of life, from water birds to fish to the communities that depend on them for food, water, and their identity. Wetlands are nature's sponges and sanctuaries and are an enduring legacy of our resilience as societies to climate. Where wetlands thrive, people and wildlife thrive together. But wetlands are under grave threat. They have vanished 3 times faster than forests. We drain them for farmland, we fill them for development, increasingly for urban housing, and we pollute them with plastics and chemicals. Every time as a marsh is lost or a river is dammed, we lose not just the breathtaking landscape, but our natural shield against climate extremes, a home for countless creatures, and a pillar of ecosystems' health. Protecting and rebuilding wetlands is one of the most effective ways to meet our climate and biodiversity goals. By re-wetting peatlands, for instance, restoring mangroves and reconnecting rivers and floodplains, we can draw down carbon and reduce disaster risk and bring communities back in balance with nature. The over 11,000 photographs submitted through this year's competition connect us to these places, but they do much more. When words and data fail to move the heart, your images speak directly to it. Through your lenses, we feel the whisper of the reeds and the morning mist, see the herons take flight, golden light, and witness the fisherman's joy at sunrise. When words and data fail to really move our heart, your image reminds us that saving wetlands would take action by every one of us. Our convention cannot protect them all. This power of visual storytelling is precisely why the Greenstorm Festival matters. It inspires young minds to reimagine their future. It ignites conversations around policy issues that matter for people and the planet. It drives critical actions locally. To all the photographers who have submitted the pictures of the beauty of the world's wetlands, thank you. Thank you for sharing the beauty and fragility of wetlands, of what we stand to lose, and for reminding us that wetlands are worth fighting for. To the competition organizers, thank you for inspiring a community of ambassadors of nature. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight and online. By viewing, voting, spreading these images, you will become vital champions of wetlands. Your participation signals that caring about distant ecosystems is not abstract. It is personal and it is shared. This year's festival comes to an extraordinary moment. In just a few days, we will gather in Zimbabwe for the next session of the parties of the convention at the COP15, where leaders from around the world are expected to renew their commitments and to take further action to save wetlands. It is fitting for the most significant international authority that protects the world's wetlands to meet at Victoria Falls, a mother of all wetlands and one of the wonders of the world. It is my hope that the energy, stories and actions taken at Victoria Falls meeting will light the way for the protection, conservation and restoration of wetlands. The decisions will also take a real impact on the wetlands for each of us, because we love these places. Therefore, your passion and perspective play a much greater role. So let us this evening be a rallying cry for decisive action to save wetlands. Let the winning images of the competition not only be trophies, but catalysts for change. Let them spark conversations at dinner tables, in the public square, in parliaments and palaces, in all the centers of power, because wetlands are a bell of weather of the future planet. They remind us that the choices we make daily for each wetland will ripple across the world's waters. May every photograph of the over 11,000 wetlands taken this year bear witness in the future of the renewal, not the loss, of the generation brought to the wetlands closest to us. I too am eagerly looking forward to seeing which of these stunning and powerful finalist images will be honored tonight. And so, without further ado, it is my great honor to open the floor for the announcement of the winners.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mumba, for that compelling call to action and reminding us that we are living at a time of urgent action. And now let us welcome Dr. Murali Tumarakudi, Director of the G20 Global Land Initiative, to present the winners and the awards. Dr. Tumarakudi, you have the floor.
Thank you.
Your sound, please.
I'm not on mute. Can you hear me? Okay.
We hear you.
Thank you, Magaki. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you watching from wherever on earth you are. I have learned from many years of working with Dr. Mumba that you should never speak after her, because the level of energy and passion which she brings to any conversation, be it on diplomatic tables or on dinner tables, you cannot match. So I was very delighted to have her here opening the ceremony. It is an immense pleasure to join you all tonight for the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival to announce the winners and present their awards. Before I do that, let me take a moment to tell you why we have sponsored the festival for second year in a running. Photography is a universal language. When combined with Greenstorm Festival, it creates magic moments. When we started the Global Land Initiative and decided we have to advocate for the purpose of land, we decided that we will spread a positive message. There are already enough stories of doom and gloom, but we wanted to show our stakeholders the beauty of our land. That's why last year we had beautiful land, and this year we moved on to wetland. Photographic moments that shine light on talent. Moments to show the truth about status of our landscape. Moments to fire our imagination about what we could achieve, or magic moments when we are inspired to act. At a time, the world urgently needs renewed commitment on nature. Your images are a reminder of what is at stake and what is still possible. And now, with the permission of the jury and others, let me announce this year's winner. Firstly, I'll mention the special jury mention. These entries are awarded to the photos that demonstrated outstanding creativity and depth of message. Each winner will receive a cash prize of 1,000 US dollars. Our warm congratulations go to Hanifi Koç from Turkey. Could we have his image, please?
Thank you so much. I am so happy. Uh, I'm speaking a little English. Excuse me, but I am so happy, so happy. First of all, I would like to thank the Greenstorm Foundation, everyone who contributed to this organization, and the valuable jury members who deemed my photo worthy of the award. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hanifi. The next award go to Arif Takmasabi from the United Arab Emirates. Arif, could we have the picture, please?
Hello, everyone. I'm Arif Tahmasbi, and I'm truly honored to be here among the organizers and the stars photography of the world. Thank you for this award, and thank you for this moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Arif. And finally, we have Pepe Manzanilla from Costa Rica.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for this award. It is really nice. Thank you once again.
Thank you, team. As mentioned multiple times, there are 11,000 photographs. 11,000 photographs. So to come to the very top of this is quite an honor. So bravo to all of you. Now, let's come to the grand prize. We have the most prestigious recognition of the evening, the grand prize. This award received the highest rating from the judges. It honors the photographer whose work stood out among all the evaluation criteria: vision, technique, and emotional impact. The grand prize of 10,000 United States dollars go to Steven Triet from Vietnam. Could we have the picture, please?
Hello, I am Steven Triet from Vietnam. When I was announced as the winner of the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival, I felt like bursting with happiness. I would be so this moment was both unexpected and extremely precious to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Your photos speak loud. Your image moved us all and the captured essence of this year's theme of extraordinary depth. We are so happy to have you. Now, let me come to the Popular Choice Award. We instituted the Popular Choice Award with a view to present this extraordinary collection of photographs, a selection of them to wider public, so that we could receive their feedback as well. This award, with a cash prize of 5,000 United dollars, was for the photo that receives the highest vote from online voting, which took place from 5 to 30th June last month. The initial selections were done by the jury, then initial selection of 30. And then they were put for a public exhibition. We have received over 40,000 votes between these photographs. However, after careful technical review of the voting patterns, we noticed the use of bot votings. We, therefore, guided by the jury, have decided not to confer the Popular Choice Award to any individual. Instead, the true spirit of fairness and appreciation, the cash award will be distributed equally among 30 finalists as a token of recognition for their remarkable work and creative contribution to the Greenstorm Photo Festival. To all the winners and finalists, your images are more than photographs. They are a reflection of hope, truth, and responsibility. Keep sharing your visions with the world. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Murali, for that announcement. And to all the winners, congratulations. Your work reminds us that beauty and urgency can coexist. Through your lenses, we see not just landscapes, but living systems, fragile, vital, and worth protecting. And now it is my pleasure to invite my colleague, Avinash Ashok from Greenstorm Foundation, whom I've worked with through this competition, and he's done a lot, to introduce and moderate the panel discussion with the winners and our distinguished jury. Over to you, Avinash.
Thank you, Agaki. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you this special panel featuring the brilliant winners of the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival and one of the world's most respected voices of photography, Mr. Charlie Waite. In this brief but meaningful conversation, we will go beyond the photographs, into the stories, the waiting, the witnessing, and the choices behind each frame. Let's start with our global jury member, Mr. Charlie Waite himself. Charlie, you have perhaps reviewed thousands or millions of images throughout your career. What stood out to you in this edition's entries, especially from the final winners? What connected with you most deeply, Charlie?
Well, it's a question that is almost impossible to answer, but at the same time, it has to be answered. And I could start by saying that the great American photographer Ansel Adams wasn't just a great photographer, but he had a huge intellect. And one of the lovely things that was said about him was that he was able to convert geographic reality to transcendent emotional experience. And that's the thing about the still. It doesn't move, it doesn't speak, it doesn't dance, it's completely and utterly still, and yet it has overwhelming power to move somebody to tears. I have seen people in front of still images weeping with a handkerchief to their eyes. It doesn't have any music to it, but it has this immense, immense power to move us emotionally. And that, I think, is the most crucial thing. And when the photographer is looking at a particular potential image that they wish to make a photograph of, they engage with it in a way that perhaps very few people fully understand. And they have to produce an image that will bring to the viewer the same monumental emotional experience that they feel themselves at that time. And I think that is the most crucial factor. So you can have all sorts of cameras, you can have all sorts of technical wizardries, if you like, but you have to emotionally be massively moved. And then this extraordinary thing, you have to make that image at that precise moment when you feel that everything that you are engaging with and that everything that you're imagining will hopefully come together in an immensely powerful way, so that when the viewers see it, they all just gasp, and perhaps, like that person in the exhibition, they may be reduced to tears. Because that image, in this instance, is about our only sacred, precious world. We only have one of our worlds. We don't have a number. We don't have any we can fall back on, where it'll all be okay at the end of the day. We only have one. And our planet Earth is unbelievably sacred. And every single one of us must register this. And the photographers who are able to awaken an experience such as the one I've described, then well done them. well done them, because you wonderful photographers are contributing and a super awareness of the precious, sacred nature of our beautiful planet Earth.
Very beautifully said, Charlie. Thank you. Stephen, how does it feel to be the grand prize winner of the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival?
I am honored to attend the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival award ceremony today. When I was announced as the winner of the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival, I felt like bursting and happiness. Honestly, I never thought I would be in this tough position. So this moment, I was both unexpected and it seemed precious to me. Yeah.
Stephen, your photograph captures the rare confluence of patience, perfect light. Maybe taken after days of rain, you waited from 5 a.m. in the morning for that golden light on the image that graced the terraces. Can you take us to the moment? What made you to stay, and what did it feel when the light finally arrived?
Sorry?
I mean, you waited so long for the to take the photograph after days of rain. So you waited for that golden light to be grazing on the terraces. So what made you to stay to click this particular photograph?
Yes. Uh, every year in September and October, the mountains area of northern Vietnam are brilliant with the golden color of the red rice season. When I arrived in Mù Cang Chải, in Bai province, the weather wasn't good and it was raining. At that time, I had planned to move to Cao Bằng province, but I decided to stay for a week, patiently waiting for the better weather to complete the right season to photo series. In fact, this place has been photographed by many people, but I want to create a unique photo with my own mark, a bit pressure that I need to overcome. Luckily, that morning was perfect. The rice was evenly golden. The sunrise light was clean and gentle. I was I, I was passionate about capturing the moment when the sunlight passed over the mountains, slowly shining on its field, creating a magical scene that only nature could create. The feeling was overwhelming. I put on my mind into it, taking continuous photos to capture those moments. After many photos, I choose the most perfect one, with containing passion, um, patience, and intense emotion in front beautiful nature. Yes.
Thank you, Stephen. That wins you the 16th Greenstorm Photo Festival award.
Yeah, thank you.
Anifi, your image at sunset is serene and stunning, a symmetry of flamingos. Can you please tell us what this wetland means to you and what do you hope to convey?
Yeah. Through this photo, I want to send the message that let's join hands to protect environment, early awareness of climate change. Natural disasters are becoming more and more dangerous and complicated. Only by taking action to protect nature from today can our planet be forever beautiful, Professor, happy, peaceful as my photo has taken. Yes.
Thank you, Stephen. Anifi, over to you.
Yes, I am here.
So, Anifi, your beautiful image at the sunset is serene and stunning. So there's a lot of symmetry of flamingos that I see on the image. Can you please tell us what this wetland means to you and what you opt to convey through this photograph?
Um, for me, this wetland represents the fragile yet resilient balance of life. The water, the sky, the birds all exist in harmony, but this harmony also demonstrates how desperately nature needs protection. The flamingos' collective presence speaks to the power of coexistence. What I want to convey with this photograph is that we must recognize the harmony and beauty that nature offers us. Wetlands are not just the heritage of birds, but of all of us. As we look at them, we should feel both awe and a sense of responsibility. Yes,
Thank you, Anifi.
not at all.
Over to you, Araf. Araf, your photograph taken from 12,000 meters above. You call it the Earth remembers. Was it a planned frame or a sudden moment of realization mid-flight? And as a photographer, how do you see your role when documenting climate change as a lived reality?
This shot was a sudden moment. From that height, everything is beautiful, but it can be bitter. I was watching outside during the whole flight, and when I saw this scene, it felt like the earth was talking to people. The dry land, halted river, deep cracks, and the human footprint in the drying up of nature all look like deep pain. I pick up my camera and I capture it because I felt this frame is the voice of the earth and it must be heard. I'm also a member of a hiking and nature club called Hamnavardan. In the 8 past years, the members have planted thousands of seeds and saplings, help control forest fires, clean up trashes from nature, and work and raising awareness to protect the environment. As a photographer, I have seen scenes of human destruction of nature as well as human help in restoring nature. I see myself as a storyteller, someone who documents the rudeness of the earth to remind others that these problems are real and the time for change is limited. Our job is not just to capture beautiful moments, but to wake up people's conscience. Thanks.
Thank you, Araf. Now over to Pepe. Pepe, your frog image is unlike anything we have seen. A perfect split of the aquatic and terrestrial worlds. Can you walk us through the craft behind the shot? Maybe months of scouting, custom underwater lighting. What did it take to get this frame, Pepe? Or to you?
Hello to everyone again. Well, this photo was not something that just came out like out of like walking towards a water path. This is a very special place that we found in Osa Peninsula in Costa Rica, which is very far from my house because I live on the other side of the country. And we drove there, and then we knew that there was the time, the season of the red-eye frog that they start mating, and then they're on these branches and in this tree in this particular area, and sometimes they fall in the water and then they swim to the closest branch and then they stay for a while. And we knew this because we work with biologists and people that is in this area and take care of this, and we knew, and then we planned the whole thing. We drove all the way down there. We went into the water. There is this stream that is clearing the water all the time, and there is all these fish, and it's just like a wonderful scenario without that huge root and the big tree. So we waited for the frog to come down. It came down and then swam there. We had everything set up for it. And by the time it went there, then we were ready, and then we started shooting some photos, and finally came out. Then that's the result of it. So it's a great pleasure, right, to suddenly achieve a photograph like that. And also because there is so many variables, and then you want to get rid of the variables and then make sure that the only variable at the end is the frog, and it came out right. So it's, yeah, we're very happy about it, and thank you. I'm very happy for the mention and to participate in Greenstorm. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes, Pepe, it just came out really well. Or to you,
And I want to congratulate Steven. Beautiful photo, Steven. Like,
Yes,
really nice.
thank you so much. Yeah,
Please, really
thank you,
nice.
thank you.
That was my favorite, by the way, and you won. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you, Pepe. Charlie, over to you again. Charlie, beyond the technical brilliance, many of these images do carry a story, a silent voice of the planet. How do you see the role of a photographer evolving in today's world, especially when it comes to environmental storytelling and advocacy?
I think in fact, I'm convinced that the role of the photograph and the photographer behind the camera is much greater than people realize. And sometimes the still image conveys a greater sense of meaning, and than a moving film. And there are times when you can't leave a still photograph alone. You have to keep looking at it. You can't turn your back on it. It will never grow tired. It will last forever. And there are some images, of which I think we've seen some today, that will fulfill that role of being there all the time. And it's almost as if the image that has such a massive impact behind it, in terms of the words we've heard so much of, the urgency, the absolute crucial nature of our images that show the potential loss and despair of our environment. These images have immense power to be able to say, we have to all work together. And I think the still photograph has a huge role in this. And I really do. And that's why yourselves and the Greenstorm are playing a massive role in saying to everybody, wake up, wake up. This is absolutely desperately urgent, desperately. Every little thing that you can do to support our consciousness of the potential loss of our marvelous planet will be of value. So the photographer says, okay, I do photography. I'm going to produce some images that will really wake people up and bring home this huge degree of urgency. And it is, as we've heard many times, it is screamingly urgent. Screamingly urgent. Every single one of us must be saying, we've all got to wake up. This can't go on. And the still images that we know have won this marvelous competition are playing a big role in that very thing. And congratulations to everybody. Really just marvelous.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Anifi. Thank you, Arif, Pepe, for taking us behind these extraordinary images and your perspectives on nature, photography, storytelling as a medium to protect our mother nature. At Greenstorm, we believe photography can be more than an art. It can be activism, meditation, documentation, and storytelling. Your work reminds us not just to look, but to see. Congratulations once again, and thank you for being part of this global conversation. Thank you so much. Over to you, Bagaki.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Avinash, and thank you to our panelists for taking us indeed behind the images. very many words stood out for me. Coming from the United Nations, we are seeing beauty and harmony, harmony and beauty. Photographs as a voice of the earth. Our job isn't just to capture beauty, but to inspire action, to do the wake-up call. But I was also, there's a sense of meaning and a sense of urgency. But I was also struck by what I think it was Pepe who said, that there's a science to this thing. Huh? If you know the science, you might actually be able to produce a very stunning image that people have no idea about. So there is a science to it, and that was something I learned today. Indeed, in a world where 25% of wetlands are already degraded and under pressure from land use and climate change impacts, your work makes a huge difference. It is now up to each of us to carry and share these stories in public and private decision-making arenas, in classrooms and boardrooms all over the world. It's been my great pleasure to moderate this session. I thank you not only for answering the call to come and cheer such phenomenal photographers, but also for being a wonderful audience. To close our session, let me invite Ms. Divya Nair, Greenstorm's Director of Climate Relations and Growth, Middle East Organic BPS. Ms. Divya, please give the vote of thanks and close the session. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Greenstorm Foundation and Organic BPS. Firstly, a heartfelt thank you to you, Ms. Wagaki-Wisniewski, for so gracefully guiding us through the evening. I'd also like to express my gratitude to Mr. George Kora, trustee of the Greenstorm Foundation, and Mr. Dilip Narayan, founder and managing trustee of Greenstorm Foundation, for their deep commitment to using creativity and storytelling to inspire action for the planet. We are privileged to have been joined today by two remarkable leaders in global environmental work, Dr. Musona Mumba and Dr. Murli Tumarakudi. Your presence has elevated this ceremony and reminded us that every image, every story, and every action matters in the collective journey of conservation. To our jury, represented today by Mr. Charlie Wick, your eye for detail and emotional nuance has helped us honor work that is both technically brilliant and deeply human. And to our winners, Stephen Triet, Hanifi Koch, Arif Thamasebi, and Pepe Manzanilla, congratulations. Your photographs took us from lush paddy fields in Vietnam to flamingos in North African lagoons. Each frame was not just visually stunning, but also a powerful reminder of how fragile and vital our wetlands are. While beautiful wetlands was a theme this year, the purpose of Greenstorm will continue to evolve. We remain committed to celebrating the environment, amplifying unheard voices, and building a global archive of conservation through the lens of art. Thank you once again for being a part of this journey and for helping keep the conversation alive. I wish you all a very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. See you all at the 70th edition.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye. Absolutely amazing.